Good day, everyone. Today, I want to discuss the JAMB cutoff mark for universities, both federal and state universities, and also private universities, uh, polytechnics, and College of Education in Nigeria. June 24, 2023 has been set aside as the date for JAMB policy meeting. During the policy meeting, the benchmark will be set for for universities, polytechnics, and college of educations in Nigeria. So that means whatsoever mark that has been set on that day, which is June 24, will be if a mark has been set for university, no university in Nigeria will go below that cutoff mark. And if it has been set for polytechnic, no polytechnic can go below that cutoff mark. For instance, if JAMB sets 140 for universities, so no universities in Nigeria will go below 140, but they can go beyond 140. Meaning university might decide to make their cutoff mark 180, 200, 170, 160, but it will not be lower than 140. In the same vein, if the cutoff mark is 100 for polytechnics, no polytechnic in Nigeria will go beyond 100. That means no polytechnic will set their cutoff mark below 100, but they can set it above 100. So it is just a benchmark. So and everyone is looking forward towards that announcement. But there are some universities in Nigeria that it has been known with them that their cutoff mark does not go beyond 200. Their cutoff mark is always 200. And one of the universities is University of Ibadan, University of Lagos. Their cutoff mark has always been 200. 200. And also there are some universities that it has always been 180, 170. So since JAMB has started uh, uh, giving a benchmark to cutoff mark, so sometimes also OAU is also among them, but they might change it this year. But they have always been known with setting their cutoff mark to be 200. University of Ibadan, University of Lagos, and Obafemi Awolowo University. So FUNAB as well. There are some courses in FUNAB that their cutoff mark is 200, while some courses is 180. And sometimes they can make a uniform benchmark to be maybe probably 170, 180. So it has always been within 170, 180, 200 for some schools. Now, and also there are some courses in Nigeria that their cutoff mark has always been 200. Most of the medical courses like medicine and surgery, and also nursing in some schools, even if the school set the cutoff mark to be maybe probably 170, they will give exemption to courses like nursing, medicine and surgery, and law, probably law. So they always set those courses at 200 and sometimes above 200. And the reason for that is because of competition. So in this video, I will just make reference to 2022-2023 cutoff mark. Although once JAMB release the benchmark, I will as well make another video on that announcement. But for this video, I will just run through some of the cutoff mark for some schools in Nigeria. Uh, Tafawa Balewa University, like you can see on my screen, the cutoff mark is 170. Adekunle Ajasin University, AAUA, the cutoff mark is 180. Ambrose Ali University, the cutoff mark is 180. University of Jos, cutoff mark is 180. Air Force, I mean AFIT, 180 for BSc, 140 for ND. Now, like I said, that I'm only using this cutoff mark for 2022-2023 academic section. But in most cases, the cutoff mark, if it will even reduce, it will just be plus 10 or minus 10. It can't go beyond that. So if you check the last year cutoff mark, it will probably be the same with this year cutoff mark for most schools. Let me say like 80% of schools. So that is why I'm making reference to last year cutoff mark. University of Calabar, 160, Sanfara State University, this is 160. The range is 160 to 220. That means this 220 will be for courses like medicine and surgery, probably nursing, law, and the likes. So, and while 160 will be for majority of science courses like physics, mathematics, uh, microbiology, biology, zoology, and all those courses that are not competitive. No, we have courses that are not competitive. So any of those courses will uh, have 160. So Imo State University 180, APSU 140, University of Nigeria UNN 160, Bayelsa Medical University 140. And let me quickly make a reference to something. Uh, Last year during the JAMB policy meeting, the university cutoff mark was 140. So uh, that's why I said for the 2022 cutoff mark, the JAMB policy was aired on this day last year. In the meeting, it was stated that the university are not allowed to go below 140, while polytechnics and the College of Education are not allowed to go below 100. So universities are not allowed to go below 140, while polytechnics and College of Education are not allowed to go below 100. So that is the benchmark. That means the cutoff mark for JAMB for that year is 140, and for polytechnics and College of Education is 100. So if for this year as well, it's either university will be 150 and College of Education 100, or it will still remain the same. Most times it will not change, and if there's any change, it will just be maybe plus 10, plus 10, or my plus 10. No, this one cannot be minus 10 because it cannot be 90. So salary it is 100 or 110, or maybe max 120, and this one will be 160 or 140. So the range cannot be more than 20. Cannot be more than 20. So that is how cutoff mark is being decided. So it's well, these are the schools, both private universities, some private universities here, their cutoff mark for last year. For Lokoja, Federal University of Lokoja, Kogi State 180. So that's EKSU, Ekiti State University between 180 and 250. That is what I said. So the 250 is for courses that are highly competitive. So Sule Lamido University, we have 160. So, and like that, Lab Tech, we have 160. So that's the benchmark for anybody that wants to study in that school. And I want you to note that once the school has set a cutoff mark, if your jam if your jam score is below what the school have set, you won't be eligible to participate in the post UTME, because once the school sets 180 and you score 179 in JAMB, you are not eligible to write the post UTME. So, and there are also other factors that do come in to determine those that will be admitted, aside the cutoff mark that has been released by the school. So let us hope uh, that the cutoff mark for 2023 will be favorable for most students. Like I have said earlier that last year 140 100, so this year it can't go, it's either it remains the same or it increased by 10 or 20, so it cannot be more than that. So I hope you enjoy this little discussion on JAMB cutoff mark. Stay blessed.